School started in a month for me, and I have 3 AP homeworks that I have to get done: APUSH, AP Lang, and AP Bio. And on top of that, I might be switching to AP Physics 1. So join me to study for all 4 of those. Okay, so right now I'm at my desk to study, and I'm opening up my computer, but the first thing that I'm going to study for is my permit test because that's just in a couple of days. And so the materials that I'm using to study for all of these things last minute is a Kindle Scribe and my MacBook Pro, and that's about it. My Kindle Scribe is so awesome because I can literally add all my notebooks on this one tablet, and it's so useful because literally I'm taking 3 APs like this year, and it's gonna be tough having to carry all those AP textbooks and a bunch of notebooks. So it's so convenient to just have all of your notebooks in one tablet. You can even add a passcode to your tablet so that you can keep all your notes in one safe place. And no, I'm not sponsored at all by Amazon Kindle or Amazon. I'm just literally giving you a good study tip that's so worth it. It's about $400, but it's totally worth your money because it's a life, weight, and space saver in your bag. Okay, so let's get started. So first I'm going to be studying for my driver's permit, and I have to take the test within a week. And if I don't, I'm going to have to pay another $30. So I'm just going to get started with that. And then once I finish studying 175 pages in God knows how many hours, I'm probably going to start my AP Bio homework since that's the shortest homework that I have. Bye. So usually they recommend you to start your AP homework around halfway through July or around the end of July, but I was too busy with all the Barbie movie stuff in July, so I decided to push it to the last minute. And now it's August, and I only have a couple of weeks to study for all my AP exams that are going to come up on like the first week of school. So since our state is about a month behind, we're going to have an AP US history test on the very first 2 days of school. The first day is going to be multiple choice, and the second day it's going to be open note. And let's just say history isn't usually my strongest subject, but it's a pretty interesting subject. So I decided to take AP US history. And I'm just really worried because I heard it was the hardest course to study for at my school other than AP chemistry and AP physics. And I'm just really just trying to get that GPA up because right now it's probably like a 3.7, so, which is pretty good, but I'm just worried because a lot of people's GPA tends to, so yeah, I'm going to be studying for my permit test first so I can drive, and then I'm going to get onto my AP Bio, AP Lang, and then APUSH. I'm using Notion to create kind of a checklist for all of my AP summer assignments and basically everything that I have to do. And this is so useful because Notion allows you to not only make checklists, but add in links and even attach files from your Google Drive here. So I have my AP Bio homework, my AP Lang homework, part 1 and then part 2, my APUSH homework, part 1 and part 2, and it also lets you add kind of these exclamation squares so that it can highlight the most important things that you need to know. Like for example, I will have a multiple choice exam on the first day of class, which will cover the material contained in my summer reading. And the book that I'm going to be reading, that I chose to read for my APUSH, is this one. I was lucky enough to run into it at a garage sale, and the lady she just told me it was an amazing book, and there was even a sequel to it. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading that after I get my 175 pages of driver's permit studying done. So the only materials that I'm going to be using for my 24-hour study session is going to be my tablet and a big water bottle because I'm going to be sitting here for a really long time. Obviously, I'm going to be getting up to take breaks, like stretching breaks and stuff, but otherwise I'm going to be studying for as long as possible. I'm going to try several study methods, and for the first part of this video, I'm going to be trying out the Pomodoro study method, which is apparently really good for people with low attention span. I obviously don't study professionally, so I searched up what the Pomodoro study method was that I've seen on the internet several times. And so here it is. Basically, you decide on the task, you set a timer for 25 minutes, and you work on the task until the timer rings, and you have to be completely focused for 25 minutes. Then you take a short 5-minute break, and then you repeat this 4 times until you get the task done. And then after that, before moving on to the next task, you take a 15 to 30-minute break. So I'm setting my 25-minute timer on my iWatch, and I'm going to start now. Okay, that. Okay, so my 25-minute timer just finished, and I literally did not want to stop studying after that. I really realized that studying is actually much simpler than I thought. I saw as the permit PDF for the driver's manual as just 175 pages that I had to study every single word by word for. But I realized that I actually could have skipped to the second chapter this whole time, and that's when you really get straight to the point. I did not want to stop studying though, because the content actually started to seep into my brain kind of, and I just felt so intrigued by everything all of a sudden, like during the last 10 minutes, already halfway through. So I really like the study technique. And so now I'm taking a short 5-minute break until 10:02. It's 9:57 right now. And yeah. So now I have until 10:43 before my third session starts. And so apparently you're actually supposed to repeat this repetition of 25 minutes studying and then 5-minute break for 4 times. And then you have, I'm pretty sure it's a 25 to 30-minute break until you start the next cycle. And then you keep repeating this technique until you get the full task done. So that's basically the pattern of studying that I've been following, and I'm going to keep following for the rest of the day. Obviously, I don't want to make the whole video just about me, a complexion of just me speed studying, just a bunch of fast videos of me studying. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button and give me that like to show more support, and I'll give an update on how well this technique worked by the end of today and maybe by next week.